all right, Marvel, like Star Wars, I think is also on a huge, incline. Like, I think it's going to come back in a big way soon.
Yeah.
You know what? Because first of all, we have the Thunderbolts, which has had, from what I've heard, almost all positive reviews, right? We've had Doomsday, which is building a lot of hype, and it's not even coming out anytime soon. Hey, we got Fantastic Four, so I think, and even just looking back at past projects, Deadpool 3, Friendly Neighborhood, all these projects are good. We were having good things to anticipate in the future. So it's like, I think, Marvel's coming back. I don't know. I'm hopeful that it can. I don't think it'll ever return to Endgame levels, but I think it can get to a good spot.
Fill it up right away.
You have to admit, the MCU lost a lot of fans in that era, dude.
Not a lot of fans, just like a lot of fans left, and they're about to come back with these new movies coming out.
Dude, I remember there was this run in 2016 to 2018. Marvel was. They didn't miss. They literally did not miss.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about it. The popular kids, the jocks. This is so corny.
Yeah.
The nerds. Yeah, I'm just saying that just so you get an idea that everyone liked it. Everyone was on the Marvel train, no matter who you were. But now it's like no, that is not the case now because
you walk into school and talk about Marvel movies, you're not gonna.
Yeah, but back then it was like, everyone was hyped.
It was like a social
it was a phenomenon.
It was a sin if you spoiled Endgame. Remember that,
dude? If you said anything bad about Marvel during that run, it was you could not disagree because they weren't missing, dude. That's also true. Yeah. Now it's like you spoil something, it's like, oh well, I wasn't really.
I was gonna watch anyways. Yeah.
See, so. I don't know. I don't think they'll be able to reach Endgame. But they don't really need to, dude. Because at the end of the day, Doomsday is still going to make like $1 billion. Fantastic Four is probably going to make $1 billion.
That's the thing, though. That's why they're not focused on money. Because they know they're going to make the money. But what they're focusing on now is the quality of the writing.
Which I appreciate. They don't know they're going to make money. The Marvels was one of the biggest flops.
Because no one wants to watch the Marvels. But everyone wants to watch
Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was like a flop. It didn't make that much at all. But for the first time, they flopped. They never, ever flopped before that. And now it's like, so they're a little nervous. Their viewership has been down. But I think they're coming back. Thunderbolts got good. Doomsday's hype. Fantastic Four's hype. And I don't know. We also got to talk about the reboot. If they do.
What reboot?
See, the post-Secret Wars one. That could change everything, dude.
Yeah.
Because the MCU was so restricted. We only have the Avengers, who are barely like a C-list team in the comics before the MCU, right? So they only had the Avengers. They barely had Spider-Man. They had to fight with Sony. So they had no icons that were in the Marvel comics, right? They could barely use the Hulk. They could barely use Spider-Man. No Ghost Rider. No X-Men. No Fantastic Four. So hopefully after Secret Wars, it's going to be like...
No.
They have everything.
No, because in Doomsday, they already have...
X-Men.
Yeah,
they do have the X-Men.
The Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts.
But it's too little too late. I'm saying, imagine how huge the MCU would have been if they had everyone from the start.
Yeah.
Dude, the MCU would almost unimaginable amounts of money, amounts of, fan base numbers. It would have been a worldwide phenomenon. I'm not saying the MCU wasn't, but I'm saying everyone would have been invested, So if they pull it off, if they pull off the Secret Wars reboot, the new MCU will be something we've never seen.